One of the toughest things for a young hitter is being able to train themselves to use the backside properly. And a lot of coaches will say, turn on the back foot. A lot of coaches will say, spin. Some will say, use your hips. Okay? Whether they know it or not, what they're trying to do is they're all trying to get to the same thing. They're all trying to get the hitter to use the backside. But here's where the problem arises. A lot of coaches will be content when they have a hitter who uses no lower half, and through consistently saying, use that backside, turn, spin, whatever terminology they use, now all of a sudden they have their hitter spinning. They say, oh, great, I solved the problem here. Well, you did, but you know what? You temporarily solved that problem. Because as that hitter gets older now, you're going to want to strengthen up that backside a little bit. You don't want that hitter just spinning anymore. Because now the force that's coming at him behind the baseball is going to be a lot stronger of a force. So now you're going to you're going to have to go back to the drawing board and say, well, how can we strengthen yourself, develop more leverage so you can apply more force back against the force that's coming at you? So the best way is to start and not be satisfied with the fact that the hitter is just turning. Okay? Train that hitter to get down into their legs as they're hitting, to keep that flexion back here on that back knee. Train them to drive that knee down into the crook of this front knee, where they're going to stay down and they're going to stay strong, and a Mack truck's not going to knock them over. Opposed to just spinning and, again, standing up, as we talked about before, and letting the cat out of the bag. So once again, we want to train those hitters to drive that knee down, to actually get into the thighs even more at contact. And how do we do that? The best way to do it is to let your hitters get there in slow motion. He gets there, you make the adjustments. You say, okay, a little more up on the back foot, get off that heel a little bit. Okay, perfect, right, stay right there. And feed that hitter some soft toss from the side. And make him hit out of that position 5 balls in a row without losing that balance. Over time, their body's going to get used to feeling themselves in that position. And what's going to happen is muscle memory is going to take over. Because once again, remember, these are all trained movements. These are all unnatural movements. That is not natural for somebody who's inexperienced to just automatically do.